So welcome back to the Critically Clueless. I'm Marty, and today I'm going to be talking about Iron Conflict. Now, it's not going to be a review on the game because this game is still in early access, and it would just be really unfair if we were going to do a review and try and score it, so we're not going to. So the game was developed by Angela Games, which also I've got to give a big thank you and a shout out to for actually sending us a key for the game. Many thanks for that one. The publishers for the game as well were Imperium Interactive Entertainment Limited, and currently it is only on the Microsoft Windows for the platform, and it will set you back £11.39 in total at the moment. So I'm just going to read what the description of the game is from Steam. So, Fight for Glory in Iron Conflict, an online competitive real-time strategy game that features both modern and World War II aircrafts and tanks. Make use of military tactics and choose from hundreds of different units to win on the ground and in the air. Now, the game was released on 8th of January 2021. And Iron Conflict is actually an RTS game. It is solely online, and it's quite annoying really. I would prefer it if it was offline, or had an offline mode at least anyway, because on most, or if not all, online games I see the same thing happening, that if the servers are shut down for whatever reason, for maintenance, or if the servers have just crashed, then if you're set on playing that game for that day, then you're not going to be able to play it until the system's back up and running, which is a big problem really. So it would be nice if some sort of offline play was introduced, just where you can actually practice, not be able to actually get any experience or anything like that, but just solely so you can actually play the game. That would be really good if they put it in, so hopefully they will. Now, with all RTS games, obviously you have quite a lot of units that you can normally choose from and use and command all at once, but within this game you can only use 3 units at a time, which is a big shame, to be totally honest. I really, again, wish there was more sort of game modes offered. It'd be nice if you could just play against one other person and say you have 30 units. That would be really interesting if you could do that, because then it would give you more of an actual challenging gameplay experience basically, and that would be a lot better, because at the moment it's just not very challenging, only controlling 3 units at a time, and majority of the people you go against as well are very inexperienced people, so that's not very good on my eyes. But there's not much strategy in this game. It just seems whichever side starts shooting first wins. That's if you stay completely still though, which nearly everyone else does. But what I do is I move the tank around as I'm got aim on the person and shooting them, and I end up seeming to win, whereas their tank can't even hit me, and they don't seem to play the same tactics either. They end up just staying where they are, which is really silly in my eyes. But it doesn't seem like as many people are playing that actually understand how to fully play the game. Most people you play with seem quite dumb as well, as you could be going to to the flag to see that the enemy units are getting close to actually capturing your flag. So I think, well, better turn around, as most people would. Does anyone else do this? Nope. They've all got tunnel vision. They seem to keep rolling for the first target they set their eyes on, and they don't even see what's going on around them, even though they're literally about to lose the game. And it's just very frustrating, considering it's a team-based point and you need your other team to work with you and win the game with you. So if they're crap, then obviously you're not going to be able to win the game very easily. Now, when you're on the tech, so you can look at where you want to go with this, in leveling up the tanks and planes and etc. And it does show you what their strengths and weaknesses are actually going to be. But when it actually comes down to picking the formation, there is no stats about the actual unit that you're about to select. Now, you can actually compare the units and find out what the stats are and how good they're going to be compared to the other ones. But in doing this, you will have to be in the garage. You have to hover over the units on the left hand side, then you right click and go to the compare icon. Then you click on the scales, which is on the top right hand corner of the screen, and then boom, you clued up on how to compare. Now, it would be a lot better and a lot easier that, you know, when you're actually in the formation point, you can just hover over the stats, hover over the unit, and it pops up the stats right there in front of you. That would be a good idea, and I'm hoping that they put something like this into the game. Now, leveling up the units, you have to obviously use the units to actually gain experience points. Once you've got enough experience points, you can buy the research into the actual parts that you want to upgrade. Now, once you've actually got the research for that upgraded part, then you have to buy it with the silver to actually use it. Now, the more you upgrade, the better tanks, aircrafts and infantry you get. It does seem like you'll have to play a lot of the game though before getting to the really high tier levels and the good units, but I'm sure it would be very fun once you've, you know, got to these states and got to this part. Like, you can get different skins and ammunitions and upgrades for each of these tanks and the units that you're actually going to use with the silver coins that you acquire. So with the actual upgrades though, on the tanks and that, you can basically get more armor added to it. You can make the speed go up a lot more. You can make them turn faster. You can get a toolkit so you can actually repair the unit on the field, but for some reason this seems to be broken, because when actually trying to do this, it doesn't work. It doesn't want to do anything, not from where I noticed or saw it seen anyway. It just stays exactly where it was, which was really irritating. Now, the ammunition side of things, I really want to get better ammunition, but I am unaware of how to actually do this. There is nowhere to actually buy it. You can't seem to acquire it through playing the game, unless I'm just not up to a certain level yet. I don't know, but there's no sort of like telling you how to get it and where you're going to have to go or how far you're going to have to get on your experience and leveling up to acquire this item, which is a little bit annoying. I think it should have a bit more, you know, explaining a bit more to you so you know what's actually going on and where you need to go and what you need to do. So it's a bit poor on that point. It should be better, really. So the interface to the game, it's very confusing. It is not user friendly at all in the slightest. It's took me a while to actually figure out where everything was, where I needed to go to obviously to select certain things for, you know, for instance for the upgrading and the tech and all that. And but the biggest annoying thing is once you've actually opened one of the interfaces, you could open up another one and another one and another one. It won't close the previous ones you've actually opened. It will keep them up there, and it will end up just clogging up your screen, which is really silly. I really hope they actually get rid of it, to be totally honest. So again, Iron Conflict, it's an RTS game. Now, is it an RTS game that's for veteran players of the RTS community? No, I wouldn't say it is. It doesn't seem to offer any big challenges at the moment, because it's purely down to the fact of who's playing it. You know, if there was more people who were better at the game actually, you know, picking it up and playing it, then it, you know, it would be a lot better. And it might change at that point. It might get a bit more challenging, a bit harder, but it does seem like they need to add a lot more things into it to make it more competitive as well, and to make it more of a challenging, you know, RTS game. So I wouldn't say it's really an RTS game for the veteran players. If you're wanting to sort of look at what an RTS game is about and see how you'd go with controlling units and doing it on a tactical basis and that, then yeah, possibly pick up the game and see if you like it or not. But for everyone else, obviously watch some walkthroughs, playthroughs, some streams, and, you know, really see what you think about it. But yeah, if you've enjoyed my video, please hit the like button and the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification button as well, so obviously you can be notified for more videos just like this one. And also have a look at the Facebook page that is in the description as well, because there's always things being put up on there, information about games. But yeah, if you want to have a look, then please do. As always, we've been the Critically Clueless. I've been Marty. See you again soon.